If you're trying to build business credit before building personal credit, I can assure you, you're wasting your time. Don't let anybody tell you any different. The amount of time it takes to build business credit, to go out, you know, go to these different Kinkos, Home Depot, get in these different accounts, just so you can report them to Dun and Bradstreet and all of this. The amount of time it takes to do that, you can be building your personal credit. Now, I'm not saying business credit is not important, because it is. But personal credit is what opens the doors to business credit. Once you actually start the business, they'll throw business credit at you if you increase your personal credit. What you want to do is just go to MyFICO, open up a MyFICO account, and it gives you all the different instructions on what it takes to increase your personal credit. It gives you what it takes to have the perfect debt to income ratio, how many accounts you should have open, how many negative remarks you should have. It gives you examples of people who have credit scores in the mid 700s or even 800s, what their average age of accounts is. It gives you all this information. So all you have to do is take that information, get with a credit repair agency, and remove some of the negative items. Get your personal credit to a point where it's stellar. And I can assure you, business credit will come your way without you even asking. Now, some of these internet gurus, they'll tell you, well, hey, if you build your business credit profile, when it's time to take out a loan, there's no personal guarantee. My reply is, so what? What, do you not plan on paying the bank? Here's the thing. If you're going to let a personal guarantee stand in between you taking out a business loan to actually grow profits, you really don't need a loan. You need to really take a hard look in the mirror and say, why am I so afraid of not being able to pay these people back? In that case, you need to listen to your grandmother. You know how your grandmother used to be like, hey, baby, don't be going on there to that bank taking on people money if you know you can't pay it back. Listen to your grandmother. And here's another one that I hear often. Well, you know, with business credit, you can buy a car and just write it off as a business expense. Well, that part is actually true until you do the math. So let's take a Mercedes truck as an example. Instead of getting a $60,000 car, you get a $130,000 car because you figure that you can just write off the car as a business expense because it weighs over 6,000 pounds. Here's what some people don't understand. If you go ahead and you buy that truck, that's not a tax credit that you will receive. In other words, that's not a check in your pocket. It's just a tax deduction, meaning they're only deducting the amount of taxes you pay through your business income. Keywords, business income. So you have to make a good amount of money through your business for it to even make sense. And let's just assume you were, let's say a 30% tax bracket, and you made over $130,000 through your business. Now that just means instead of paying 30% on that $130,000, you don't pay no taxes on that $130,000. So you essentially save $30,000. However, the dealership, you still got to pay them the payments on a $130,000 car. And that's not including insurance, maintenance, all those other costs that comes with a $130,000 vehicle. So you crazy overspent on a car just to say you bought it through your business? Am I living in the Twilight Zone? Don't listen to these crazy people, guys. Focus on your personal credit first, because I can promise you, when you get that high enough, you won't have to build anything. Business credit will suddenly just show up at your door.